Norvell's been saying that he feels good about that group. How do you feel about the group?
Yeah, I feel real good about the group. Almost 2 weeks now, and just get to see the guys work and see their approach. And their approach is great. In the meeting room to the practice field, assignment-wise, technique, they're doing everything they can to work to improve, to bring all that stuff together. And Kyle's doing a great job of leadership roles. It's been a great 2 weeks.
How much has Amaree impressed you with the fact that he's such a young kid, two-position kid, and he's seemingly done a pretty good job transition?
No, he's made some really good plays. Still obviously learning. He's in high school. He was a little bit more out wide on the perimeter. So the closer he gets to the ball, some of that stuff's new to him. But overall, he's done a great job of just coming in and trying to absorb all the things that he's asked to do. But his playmaking ability, his athleticism has showed up.
Is he a very natural pass catcher?
Yeah, very natural. Yeah, he's. That's the one area, ball skills and then running after the catch. He's very natural at that.
Younger guys are going to be where they probably need to be in terms of physicality and position. So how do you manage that? They can do everything you want to do, but they still help in the process.
Yeah, that's always the challenge, especially if a guy has played out away from the ball, out on the perimeter more. As you get closer to the ball, the bodies get bigger, the physicality gets greater, and so that's where if you haven't had a lot of experience in that world, or if maybe you're not quite heavy enough or whatever, that can be a challenge. But that's where technique, if you're not quite heavy enough or whatever it is, your technique can show up and help you in that area. So all these guys, all the young guys are trying to work on something, especially once they get to the ball.
What does Jackson really need to do over the next 3 weeks and as the season starts to solidify himself in that depth chart?
Yeah, just catch the ball a little bit more consistently is the main thing, because we're talking about playing close to the ball. That's where he excels. Like the physicality that he brings to the run game is at a very high level, and we need that. We need that in the room. We need that as a team. You always need that guy. But then just his route running has been really, really good. We just got to finish on some plays, and he'll do that. I got faith that he will. But that's continue to solidify himself in that way.
Brian bounced around on both sides of the ball for you. Now he's coming back home. How do you see this kind of progress?
Yeah, he's actually had a really good camp. He showed up in the scrimmage, with some tough runs after the catch. That's what's, he's about 242 right now, and he's got that background of being kind of a wildcat quarterback. So when he gets the ball in his hand, he's tough to bring down, and he can run. The guy can run. He's super smart. He can handle all of it really well. So he's actually had a really good camp and done some great things.
Is kind of where you thought he would be? Has he exceeded maybe expectations for you guys at this point?
He's where I thought he would be. I mean, the big thing that, the big challenge with him was just making more plays down the field this year. And he didn't get a lot of opportunities. When he did, he made those for the most part. But getting him down the field a little bit more, which he showed up really well on some tough catches down the field. And blocking wise, he's continuing to improve. So he's right where I thought he would be. Just his work ethic is excellent. So. When a guy works like he does, he's gonna improve rapidly, and that's what he's doing.
Coach Atkins referenced some meetings with the O-line, tight ends, talking about run package stuff. How has that helped your group, and how has your group done in run blocking?
It always does. I mean, we have to tie into both worlds, the run game and the pass game, and so anytime pretty much every day we're working with the tackles on some sort of combination block in the run game, and then sometimes crossing over, meeting with those guys to understand everything. So they've done a great job with that. Working with the O-line is always good. Again, you get closer to the ball, you got to work with those guys and understand the leverages and the bigger bodies that you're going against.
I know Landen's a bit slowed, but how has he done with the mental catch-up of a freshman?
Really good. He's done well. He's really worked hard to understand all the positions that we're trying to place him in the playbook, and he's. I expect him to emerge here soon. As we get closer to game time.
Some of those guys want to be catching passes, but as a coach, how refreshing is that you seem to have a room of guys that really want to block and not just run game?
Yeah, that's the big thing is the willingness to go in and block. We're going to run the football here. So we've got to be. We got to excel in that area. And, Not only that, but special teams. We got to be unselfish in those ways. We got to block. We got to play teams. When the ball comes to us, we got to catch it, secure it, go get yards. But all these guys are willing blockers, and that's always fun to work with those guys.
Let's do two more things. Just a big picture. I know you guys are consistent. I know you coach every single day. When you hit this part of camp where you guys go to Jacksonville, does it feel like things kind of maybe ramp up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we're 2 weeks in. We're at that point where, you know, these guys they're tired. You know, they're working hard. They're pushing through the strain. Coach just talked to them about it, pushing through that. Now we're going to Jacksonville. That's a whole different deal. It's almost like just a road trip. Now we got to go on the road. We got to operate, effectively in the meetings in a different environment like you do on the road. So I think that'll be good. I think it'll be a good transition, a good change up to get to Jacksonville and be in a different environment.
How much of the pitch to Kyle was not just a one-year pitch of what he could do in 2023, but just the full development as a guy coming from D2 to Florida State?
Absolutely. I think the situation he stepped into last year was perfect, where he didn't, there was a lot of playmakers around him, and he made some plays himself, developed as a really good blocker. But like you said, that second year, that long-term plan with him, you see that playing out to where now he's emerging as more of a key guy, even than he was last year, and his role was huge last year. So it's been great to watch that.